AEW Dynasty is done. So let's cross it out and let's talk about it. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Cross You Out podcast. And of course, I am your host, Eric Cross. And in today's show, well, we're talking about AEW Dynasty. Just got done watching it, and we're going to talk about it. So, and then we're also going to be talking about something else a little bit that I wanted to talk about AEW before I get into the Dynasty pay-per-view. There was a lot of things that's been going on with AEW in the past couple of months now. The whole CM Punk thing, them going back and forth during WrestleMania weekend. Dynamite, they had showed the backstage altercation between Punk and Jungle Boy. And, a lot of people are criticizing AEW for a lot of things that they are doing over the course of these last, I would say, few years. There are a lot of times throughout the years that WWE has not been good, has been god awful. Some of the decisions they have made, some of the things they have done. But with AEW, they can do that as well. They're still a startup company. They still have been, what? I mean, not even 7 years or so now. But it's coming to a point where they still got to find out where they want to be, where you know where in the wrestling business is AEW, you know, and I don't think a lot of people should expect that AEW should be where WWE is, because WWE has been a multi-year company that has grown from late 70s to now, so there's many years of experience, there's many years of wrestling fans growing up with it. AEW is just almost 7 years or so, and um are we going to give them the benefit of the doubt, or are we gonna act like they've been here for years, so they know shit, they should know what they're doing? It's trial and error when it comes to some of this stuff. For instance, look at Impact, look at TNA. TNA has been trial and error for multi years, and they're still around and they're still kicking. So I think this whole thing that they're doing right now is trial and error. What works, what doesn't work, throw it against the wall and see what happens. That's all. That's it. Like, is some things going to be perfect? Is some things not going to be perfect? You know, that just comes with the business. That's just something that everybody has to deal with at this point. If you want the alternative of professional wrestling WWE style sports entertainment, because it's still, no matter what they want to say, they say they're changing the wrestling aspect of their former sports entertainment. It's still sports entertainment. It's still that WWE kind of wrestling. It's not going to be indie wrestling. It's not. You know, AEW is the closest thing to indie wrestling that you can get. And for the lack of the year or so, AEW has been making some mistakes. Let's just give it that. But at the same time, trial and error. That's all. So you're either gonna be with enjoy the product that they're bringing out, which is going to be, for the example for tonight, was the best wrestling you can get, or you're not gonna care, or you just want to shit on the company, and that's just how it's gonna be. So either way, um, I feel like a lot of people need to really just give AEW the benefit of the doubt. You know, if they make bad decisions, they make bad decisions. You can call them out on that. But for them to say, they need to stop, they need to close the doors, they just let them trial and error, let them see what they can do. Let them see what works, what doesn't work. And if it works, then run with it. That's it. And also focus more on the wrestling, and which I really hope that after tonight continues on. So let's get into it. AEW Dynasty from where were they at tonight? Uh, do do do. I'm not sure where they were at tonight. I didn't really pay attention to that, but I got the lineup for the show right here, right now. So we start the 0 hour was Trent Beretta versus Matt Seidel. Good main event or good matchup. 0 hour matchup to start the show. Trent picks up the victory. Again, you know, something that we're kind of seeing a different changing character between Trent Beretta and Orange Cassidy and stuff like that, which is probably going to lead to a dynamite match or a collision match. But either way, that's going to be a good one. And then we have Orange Cassidy and Shibata versus Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty. Good little tag team match. It was what it was. Nothing special. It's just trying to get trying to tell a little bit more story to this Trent Beretta and Orange Cassidy. But Orange Cassidy and Shibata pick up the victory on that one. And then we go into the trios title match, the unification of the ROH trio titles and the AEW trio championships. The Acclaim versus um, uh, the Bang Bang Gang, excuse me. And it was decent for what it is. I really hope after this, we continue on after they lose the titles. I really want to see a singles match, a singles straight run with Jay White, but the Bang Bang Gang win the trios titles to unifying them all together, and they are now your trios champions. We go into the main card. We start the show with the Continental Championship, the champion Okada versus Pac in a hell of a starting match for the pay per view. Really great match. Um, I love watching Pac go out there and wrestle. I love watching Okada wrestle. This is going to hopefully we get another match between them. That would be absolutely amazing. But they Okada picks up the victory with uh, a vicious rainmaker, and man, it was really chef's kiss. All right, so we get another trios match: Adam Copeland, Eddie Kingston, and Mark Briscoe, the TNT champion, the New Japan Strongweight champion, or something like that, and the Ring of Honor World Champion versus the House of Black. And the House of Black picked up the victory on this one. it was good seeing Copeland out there wrestling, trying to get a more feel for some of the dream matches that he's been wanting. He named pretty much all the members of House of Black that he wanted to wrestle with. So he's getting the chance with that. So that's really good. The House of Black did pick up the victory on this, so that was good. Then we go into the TBS Championship match. Julia Hart, another member of the House of Black, versus Willow Nightingale. Good back and forth match. Julia Hart, I really feel like she's not at that point, but she is getting to that point. You see the improvement that she is getting. You see the the fact that she is working her ass off to become a better wrestler than what she was, and it's showing. It's absolutely showing. I'm very proud of that. But Willow Nightingale picks up the victory, and she is now your new TBS champion, which sets up for Double or Nothing in May. Um, ah, what's her name? Monet versus Willow Nightingale, 1-on-1, a rematch from their title match from New Japan Strong, becoming Willow Nightingale becoming the first ever women's strong weight champion, which should have been Monet winning the match, but unfortunately she got injured, and that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. But it's a kind of good setup for that match. Um, let's see. Then we go into the next, the international championship. The champion Roderick Strong versus Kyle O'Reilly. Really good match. I really wish that we saw a little bit different from you know this late ass interference between you know Will what's his name Wardlow and everything else like that. But Roderick Strong picks up the victory. Uh, this whole undisputed era thing. Yes, I know we got to see Adam Cole come out tonight and start walking to the ring. Um, we don't know if he's going to be coming back anytime soon, or is this just kind of a tease for him to come back. But this whole undisputed era or undisputed kingdom thing, it's just not fitting with me. I don't like it. It just it just is what it is. Um, but yeah, that happened. This is the only black eye for me, anyways. The only black eye that I feel like this did not or should not have happened. The FTW Championship, Hook, the champion, versus Chris Jericho. This whole match, honestly, should not have happened. Jericho should not have been on this pay per view. Jericho should not have been anywhere near this. Um, and Jericho picks up the victory. He is now the new FTW champion. And to be honest with you, I don't fucking like it at all. I don't want Jericho as a champion again for a long time. He does not. I don't know. It's just this slimy ass character that he's coming out with that's just not needed. And to be honest with you, I don't want to see Chris Jericho in a ring anymore. He's very much past and due his time of him just sitting back, relaxing, and helping out the younger talent. You know, um, this is my issue with Jericho. Jericho is somebody that will clinch onto a talent and ride the coattails until it's no longer done and no longer needed as well. Um, you know, this thing with Hook is just unnecessary. You know, let the boy be, you know, like kind of grow his talent more. You know, let him go out there and wrestle somebody else that doesn't hold him back. You know, yes, at one point Jericho can work. Yes, he could have, but now is not the time. You know, it's getting to a point where it's very sad. You know, I don't like Jericho anymore. I feel like he's over the hill, and his time as, you know, AEW um, a champion, or even remotely inside of a good storyline with somebody um, that is supposed to be out there with him, I feel like that ship has sailed, and I really think Jericho should just hang up the boots and do no more. You know, but that's just my opinion. You know, um, we go on to the next match. Excuse me. Tony Storm, the champion, the women's champion, versus Thunder Rosa. This was actually a really good match. I really felt like they went out there and they worked. Um, the the finish of the match, Tony Storm does pick up the victory on this. Um, but the finish of the match, I mean, kick right to the lower regions, and then hitting her 0 hour, or whatever she calls it, finisher, the pile driver. Um, Man, fucking classic. Really good match again. I really enjoyed that one. But man, we get a really good women's matchup to going into the fucking that should have been the main event. I really feel Will Ospreay versus Brian Danielson in a one-on-one match. Man, this was absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible matchup. I really, really love this match. This was a really great match. Um, you know, from beginning to end, absolutely amazing. I really hope they get one more match out of them too. Maybe a double nothing, or, you know, somewhere in between. But I know I'm hoping all in Wembley Stadium, Nigel McGuinness versus Brian Danielson. One last match. Please let that happen. I really hope that happens. Please, please let that happen. But this match was absolutely amazing. It did look like Danielson did get hurt off of a tiger driver power bomb. Um, it looked like he messed up his shoulder. Um, Osprey did not look back and see that he was holding his shoulder. Holding his shoulder. Referee was right there. He went for his, I believe, the back elbow, and 1, 2, 3. And then after realizing that Brian was hurt from this, he kind of looked a little worse for wear on that. But man, fucking amazing match. Absolutely amazing. This was a great match. If you ever get a chance to see this one, please go and see it. It is really good. Really good. Which was a bad placing for this next match. I feel like this should have been, um, you know, it should have been something right there, something in between the Will Ospreay and Bryan match, and then the last two matches should have been um, what they were. But you know, I don't know, because it didn't kill the crowd, but it kind of killed the crowd a little bit. But they got back into it. Um, it was the tag team title match, the vacated titles right now, the Young Bucks versus FTR. This series of matches that they have had were absolutely incredible, insane, and just fucking great matches. And it was a ladder match too, so you cannot stop having a great ladder match with the Bucks and FTR. Um, Back and forth, plunder, everything was just absolutely crazy. I give this, if I had to pick, I would have had, I would have had the ladder match in the middle, the women's title match, and then Will Ospreay and Brian Danielson right there, and then the main event. But how they structured it, it is what it is. It was still great. Absolutely amazing ladder match. The winners of the match um, um, was it Dax Harwood was going up to the top of the ladder, and then all of a sudden someone comes. Oh, excuse me, it was Cash. Cash was going up to the top of the ladder. He was about to get the belts, and then boom, someone hits the ring with a mask on. Security comes in, pulls him to the corner, takes off the mask, and it is Jack Perry, the scapegoat, Jack Perry, um, which fucking digging this. If he's gonna go heel with the Bucks and be a part of the elite, perfect, fucking perfect. Let him run, let him be an asshole, let him do what he needs to do, but fucking perfect. So then the Young Bucks go up, or Nick goes up, grabs both belts. They are now the first ever 3-time um, tag team champions for AEW, and it was absolutely amazing. Perfect. Then we go into our main event. The main event for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, the challenger Swerve Strickland versus Samoa Joe. Um, I really feel like Joe was being a very dominant champion, very scary champion to face. Swerve Strickland coming off of this amazing run, singles run that he's been going on for the last few months and stuff. Um, Absolutely incredible story that they build up to this moment. Swerve Strickland coming out as Black Panther, showing that this is an important moment in his career at this time, and back and forth match. I believe they kind of slipped up on the finish. It was supposed to be something different, but I don't know exactly what happened. It looked like he overshot Samoa Joe for the. Joe was on top of the second rope, standing up. Swerve was on the outside, on the third, the top of the rope, and standing up. It looked like he was going to go for the swerve stomp off there, but Joe or he went a little too far up and really overshot him. But it does look like he was just kind of like, whoa, like, nope, I ain't going. And then Swerve gets under him, power bombs. Samoa Joe goes up, very emotional, coming up, going down, Swerve stomp. 1, 2, 3, and we have a new World Heavyweight Champion. We have a new AEW World Heavyweight Champion, the first black African American, excuse me, the first African American AEW World Heavyweight Champion, and it really should have been at Wembley Stadium this moment. But I feel like this is a good moment. This is going to be a good, hopefully, hopefully they do a good service to Swerve Strickland as the champion. Give him some good title run. Give him a really good title run. He's not gonna do a 2 3 year run as the champion, but give him the best title run that you can give this man, and show that he is what he is. He is an absolute amazing wrestler that can go out there and just put it all on the line. He is an absolutely amazing. I don't understand why WWE lost, um, I guess, somewhat interest out of him when he got released. Well, I mean, I kind of know why. You know, some old billionaire thought he was just some kid that couldn't work. You know, but it is what it is. AEW has a new world heavyweight champion. Swerve Strickland is your new champion, and I love it. It's absolutely amazing. So that is Dynasty, ladies and gentlemen. That was a very, very good show. I really, really like this show. This is what AEW should always be. Should always put on shows like this. They do not need to worry about what WWE is doing. Focus on the wrestling. Focus on the stories that they have in place already, and it's going to keep on getting better. So, um, the I got a little something special for you guys that is going to be coming out the next episode. It will be my truck EDC build. Um, I mean, I'm really not doing like a whole, um, camper and stuff like that. I'm not. I'm just doing some stuff to the truck. I want to try to kind of put some stuff together, and I really feel like um, it needs a little bit of add-on stuff. What do I know? But but yes, we're going to be working on the truck. I'm gonna show you a little bit of that next episode. So look for that. As of any other wrestling news, I I I mean there's so much stuff right now that's happening. AEW stuff, like I said earlier in the beginning, all that is just it's just too much. Also, go check out my boys, my boy Degenerate John, and the girl that he loves so much, Dee Dee. You guys are amazing. I love it. Or DDD. She is a doctorate. She got her doctorate, I believe. So congratulations on that. She Degenerate John and Dee Dee are doing their new podcast again. They revamped their podcast, Steel Cage Radio, which I will put a link in the bio down below. So go check it out. And they're back. They just finally did an episode. So go check them out. And yeah. So I think that's it. I think we are done. Um, yeah, just come and check out the next build. I'm going to give you guys kind of a detail of what I have, what I'm going to be putting into the truck. It's nothing really too crazy, but again, it's something that I've been wanting to put on there, and I feel like it will help out a lot for space and stuff. Um, so, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, cross out. Good night, everybody.